Hello.
Guess who's back? I'm back with video to tell you guys everything. I'm telling you guys everything. So I'm gonna break this down into maybe like 3 parts. First, I'm gonna talk about how my job, how working has been, and then I'm gonna talk about the state of the world right now, and just how life's been. How life's been, dude. How life has been. Okay, so I have a whole journal, but what I'm not gonna do is do all the freaking intros and do crazy editing because I feel like I want my content to be raw. Like, I don't know. Like, the idea that that content that I wanted to do in the first place was gonna be fire, but I don't think it's because I'm lazy. Maybe a little bit, but but I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to do it. I'm sorry. Okay. So, anyways, this a quote that I did write down from this YouTuber called City Tutoring Math. I was watching this guy, right? And I feel like he was the inspiration for my video. So, and it says, as long as you desire a worldly life, you will need to work a worldly job. You heard that? You heard? And that set with me, bro, because when I wrote this down, it says on here 2 weeks ago. Like, that's what I was supposed to start with. But it gives me an idea, at least you know what I want to talk about. Good thing, good thing. Get your journal, guys. Um, yeah, so basically, I work 2 jobs. One of them I got let go of, but I also kind of left that job because that job sucked ass. And I watched a YouTube video of a guy talking about that job that I got. I quit that job, bro. I wasn't even showing up to that job. So yeah, and he was saying it was due to like a week before I got the job, right? So I'm gonna tell you guys where I worked. I worked at Gap first for 6 to 7 months. They had me so messed up, so messed up. I don't recommend working at Gap. As much as they like to portray that like they care about the community, they care about culture, they literally played in my face. When we were opening the store, they played in my face. Yeah, they suck. They hired a crazy manager too. Then they let him go, and then they were like playing in my face basically because they were telling me that they were gonna give me a position and they didn't give it to me. Okay, I left that job. Like, they had me so messed up. And then Zara was the second job that I got. Because your girl like didn't want to be broke. I was like, I need something lined up. So I was applying. I was also harassing Aritzia too. I was harassing them so bad. Like, I showed up to the store multiple times because I'm not a quitter. I'm not a quitter, bro. Like, fear is afraid of me sometimes, occasionally. Like, sometimes I'm a little shy, but sometimes like fear is, yeah, like, bro, like, no fear. I don't care. I don't care. Walked in, you know. So, at the Zara interview, I got the job. I did one interview, and they paid me like $1 more than Gab did, and I found out really quickly that they had 10-minute breaks instead of 15-minute breaks, which is greedy as fuck. What do you mean 10-minute break? What? But I guess I should have already known by the way that they treat their employees in third world countries, you know what I mean? And that's my kitten too. We found her under a car. I hope she's not eating my plants that I'm, oh my gosh. I planted some food in the back, like a garden, so I can grow food. I'm very happy about this garden because I'm really trying, you guys. Um, so there was the 10-minute breaks, right? And then there was the crazy manager too in there. She wasn't crazy. She was just like confused. She was confused and she was confusing me, and that was irritating me. So like my job literally run the clothes, bro. Just run the clothes. Because I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna have this job secured. This is something I like. This is repetitive. I already know what to do. I can do it. I've been doing this for years basically. So I'm like, okay, period. You know, just get my coins, save up, whatever. Even like it was good for starting school, and also what I wanted to do on the side was sewing, so I like the hours that they were giving me. And for a part-time job they were giving me a lot of hours. I don't know if it's just that location, but the 10-minute breaks, guys, so that manager was confused. At one point I asked her what time was my lunch, and she was like, it's at this time. So then I'm like, okay, can I go on my lunch? And then some girls like, I'm gonna go ask the other girl. And then this other girl goes and asks the manager, and basically she goes back and tells me, oh, so the manager said that, it's the store director was like saying that, no, your lunch is at 4, not 3. I just asked her, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? So that's how I was. And then it got to the point, the final day, the final day of retail was when I had cramps. And I go up to one of the managers and say, I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. I thought I was a fighter. I tried to last there for an hour. And then after that hour, I was in pain. And most of the time I ask and I just go home in my previous roles, right? And this manager, she decided to tell me that I should go and do some yoga and go take my break earlier, because I'm not gonna do that to the rest of the employees. And I was like, you're the manager. So then I was basically like, okay. And I went up to the lunchroom. I was cussing the whole time, and then I said, okay, if you don't see me ever again, I had quit. And that's what happened. They never saw me again. But also I was kind of trying to show back up, but I kept like my cramps kind of extended a little bit longer than usual. And also I was having like another little issue, so like I wasn't really feeling that good. Not just like, oh, mentally, like, but because mentally I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to make it work and come back, you know. But yeah, so then I was like, okay, I couldn't make it, and I just didn't show up. And then they were like, oh, unfortunately you don't answer. And they also kept saying that telling us that they were going to send the schedule, and they never kept sending the schedule because they said, don't look at the board, look at like what we sent you guys. And they never sent it, so I never knew what my schedule was like the next week. So I guys, I just had enough of retail. I worked in retail for 7, you know, like that long of years in retail. Yep, that long. I worked that long in retail. And I think Zara was my last straw. I don't think I will never do retail again. Like, no. At some point I applied to a new opening location that's in Texas for an Aritzia store, and they had invited me for an interview, and I didn't show up. And mind you guys, I harassed a previous location for that job. Like, I harassed them. Like, they probably know me very well over there. 'Cause I mean, that's only like their most used location too. So I was like, guys, come on, like, take me in. Because I knew I was gonna do very well over there, you know. But I also saw the videos, and you know, people kept saying they were crying back there and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I was like, man, do I really want to go through that again? And then at some point I was asking myself, do I want to go through retail stuff again? Like, I don't. I'm not at the age where I want to do this anymore. I'm 23, and I think that's still young. I'm beginning to understand I'm not a senior citizen yet, which I think is going to be beautiful for all the senior citizens, but I'm not yet. So Yeah, but I'm mentally at the state of as if I was 50 years old and I don't want to continue doing retail for another 20 years. Like, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. So I started pursuing education because they're not going to do this like to me over there. So at some point, I think we have to ask ourselves, is our job really all that we're good for? You know what I mean? Like, it's not. It's not. There was a quote that I wrote from the Bible that I can't really read at the top of my head. Like, I know what it says, but I wanted to read exactly like the numbers. So it says Matthew 6:26 says, "Look at the birds of the air, for they neither sow nor reap nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not of more value than they?" Bruh, like we have been low-key trapped, bro. It's not even like get out the matrix, get out the matrix. Yeah, like that's a vibe. Yeah, you want to, but bro, like I think also some of us have just not been understanding of the fact that yeah, there are retail jobs, there are fast food places, but I recently discovered that you can like take specific classes and it doesn't take that long, and then you can just like get hired into one of a different job. Like, it doesn't have, you don't have to take the path of retail or being in fast food. Matter of fact, if you are somebody who's like just fresh out of what's it called, out of high school, bro, get you get you that like, if you need the money, get you that fast food or retail job, and apply for like apply for a public college, just so you can like make payments, right, for that college. But take you some of those like what are they called, like those kind, like take you some of those classes that are like associates in dental assistant, associates in nursing, associates in whatever, bro. like at this point, ChatGPT at this point ChatGPT literally, like, you can utilize that. I don't understand some people that I've seen on Reddit that are literally like, I disown my whole family because they all use AI and I had to set boundaries. Bro, then you have better had uninstalled all those apps that push AI onto you. Like, did you know like Google will push AI onto you and you can't really do anything about it. Even Samsung, like people say Samsung is great, and I used to think that too, but it's literally like Google's all over that. Like, if you uninstall Google, Google's still gonna run in the background of your stuff, bro. So I'm just telling you. But you can chat GPT some of the like shorter classes that you can take. You don't have to be in school for years. You can do school after you get a good job secured. Or sometimes you don't even have to do retail or fast food. You can literally work inside of your college campus, like work study. I don't think a lot of people know that. And if like you find this valuable information, I'm really, really, really happy to tell you that you don't have to go through that path. And if you had messed up by taking like, I don't know, 4 years of school and you can't find a job, just take you one of those courses, bro. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't really say go take Coursera. It's like if you need like foundational skills, you can do that. Like Microsoft Word, for spreadsheet and like stuff like that. But like, find you like a college go to your college website, like of your state, and find you like those programs that are like half a year, and you just do that, and then get you a good job, and then from there, if you want to continue education that's longer so you could get paid more, do that, bro. But I think the reason why it has been so hard for some people to free themselves from those like stupid jobs like retail or fast food is definitely financial insecurity, People have just been brainwashed, bruh. And the thing is, AI spreading really quickly, and somebody has said that like on YouTube that CEOs are probably under AI psychosis because they've been laying everybody off and just using AI for everything, which is actually insane. Because like, you know, like they don't care about you. Like even big corporations, they don't care about you, bro. A lot of jobs really don't care about you. It's only if you're like really needed somewhere. And what I realize is that you might be needed in hospital places. You know, definitely for sure you're needed in hospital places. And they pay you really well. So, but the thing is, God didn't make you for a 9 to 5, bro. Like, God made you to experience the world, to heal people, to be close to Him through everything that He created, to walk in faith with Him, to love Him, and be around in nature, bro. Like in nature, not make crazy buildings that people don't need, all these gas stations, pollute the earth. And can you imagine the audacity of some of these jobs too? Like they will lay off somebody in corporate and they will expect the next person to do extra work, you know? Like that the person that got laid off was supposed to do that role, but then somebody else is placed with the expectations of doing the role of somebody that they laid off probably. Like it's insane, you know, like corporate and fast food, they're the only thing with them is that one gets paid more to have to deal with the craziness, the insults. But at fast food and retail, bro, it's even worse because you're getting paid minimum wage and you get placed 100 million expectations like crazy. Like they like, you know, you have to go to the interview and act like you just want the job because you love the company so much. It's insane, bro. Like no, bro, like just pay me and let me go home. Like that's it. That's it. It's probably very comparable to having a relationship with somebody rich that they're crazy, or having a relationship with somebody broke and they treat you like ass. And neither one is good. Neither one is good for your soul. So those jobs are not going to feed your soul just like that crazy relationship. Like either one of those relationships, you know. So I did write this down in my notes too, and I wanted to share with you guys just so I don't say it all weird, you know. I put, God will provide. Look at your life right now and where your heart is taking you. Romanticize your life and pray for a childlike spirit, because that's when you were most believing, is when you were a child. Build communities who want to help each other, and slow down. Your day should be full of intention. Your day should be full of intention. So what do I do as somebody who's unemployed? You think that unemployed people are useless? They're only useless in the corporate world. That's why that quote that I said at the beginning matters to me so much, because that's a worldly life. I'm not living the worldly life. I'm living the godly life, bro. I planted a garden. I built a garden. I built a backyard to sit at and play instruments for God. I read the Bible and the Bhagavad Gita. I also use sticky notes too, to kind of like jot down what I'm doing throughout the day or what I'm supposed to do throughout the day, so that I don't doom scroll, and it's been really, really helpful. And also to try to get my mindset off of feeling insecure about being unemployed, and like get myself out of that system, like mindset, like, oh my gosh, if you don't go to retail right now, you kind of have to kind of plan out your day and know that your day is not wasted. God always has a good plan for you, and it's better than whatever it is that you're trying to do yourself. I've also been sewing and designing stuff, so I wanted to show you guys. I'm so proud of my work. But it wouldn't be all my work because it's only a gift from God to also just show you guys that you can be full of creativity, you can be full of love, you can be full of everything, and you don't need these dookie ass jobs. You can do this too, bruh. What did I say? It was number 2. So anyway, we moving on, okay? So what I wanted to talk about with the state of the world is it's being low-key crazy, and because we're on the phones all day, it's like sometimes I ask, like, do other people care? Do they care? Or be like, it ties in kind of into people's jobs, because everything that's like come out, I mean, we've kind of heard of the rumors like years ago that this has been happening, you know, with the crazy photos, you know what I mean, and that island stuff, like the stuff that has come out. At some point I feel like I was so angry that every day all I posted on my stories was just how upset I was that people weren't protesting, or a few couple people came out, but it wasn't like, it didn't come out on the news or anything. People were saying they were gonna march out March 7th or something like that. Nobody marched out. It sucked so much booty because, bro, like that's how I feel. That's how I feel. I was deeply upset because every time I was finding out new information, I'm like, are you guys okay? Like, what are we doing? Why are we, like, you know? And then there's people that are like, well, why aren't you doing anything? And I'm like, bro, like, can we gather together and do something? Can we gather? And then there's some other people are like, well, I can't not show up to my job. I have kids. I have a family. Bro, your kids are low-key under attack. They're under attack on platforms, every platform. On almost every platform. They're attacked by grown-ass people. And you think that just because you're keeping them in the house, you're safe. You're keeping them around your phone too, mind you. So the fact that people weren't coming out, not a lot of people are coming out, like the fact that they're all outside in New York acting crazy right now over the Knicks and the freaking Spurs, beating each other up, throwing chairs at people's heads, burning down businesses of people that are Spurs fans, and y'all won't take that same energy to care about the kids, because you were once a kid too. So why don't you thank God that nothing happened to you while you were a kid? You're taking that for granted because you were safe and you have a chance to experience adulthood, but you don't want to try to let the other kids experience adulthood. Just like that little girl from that one crazy senior didn't get to experience her childhood, and so many other children, so many other borderline young adults, right? So you don't want to march out because you have all these excuses, right? Oh, okay, all right. But you guys can clearly see how much that angers me. Like, just talking about it very much brings up a lot of passion in my soul to want justice for everything that's going on. I think there's some good that's definitely happening in the world. There's a lot more people that are picking up the holy scriptures. Whichever scripture you want to pick up, they're holy, they're from God. People are also putting down their phones a lot more, whether they're like, oh, I'm offline, but they're filming it. Whatever, bro. The more that you keep saying you're offline, eventually you're gonna manifest yourself being offline. They're like buying dumb phones. Some people are bringing back, you know, a childhood that they wasted on TikTok or whatever. So honestly, I'm definitely very inspired and motivated to put down my phone myself and doom scroll less. Look at my little baby, crazy baby. We have another baby too, but she's bigger now. She's way bigger. She's been with me for years, ages. But let me get into what's been going on in my personal life. So for one thing, I'm unemployed now, right? So I have a lot of free time. So I do a lot of sewing. I'm also really trying to stay off the caffeine. I don't think I'm even trying. I just don't want to do it. Like, I guess I didn't know how to put it into better words. I don't do coffee anymore. I do matcha. I really love matcha, and matcha is a little bit more chill than drinking coffee. Because mind you, when I used to be in retail for all those 6 and whatever years, I literally kept drinking coffee every day, and I was so caffeinated that I used to tweak out so hard. And I think a week ago, I got these like chocolate bars from Trader Joe's, and they were caffeinated, and I had them, and I was tweaking, and I was like, yep, this confirms it. I'm not a coffee girl anymore. I love my syrups, I love my matcha, I love my different milks, but I'm not doing coffee anymore. Sorry, girls. I'm sorry. It's just trauma, so I'm healing from that. And last year, I definitely did a lot of healing, a lot of reflecting. And I feel like this year is a lot about building the foundation using what I learned from last year. And the thing is, I really want to move. Help! I want to move out of Dallas for good. I want to come back and treat it like I'm just coming here to vibe, catch the vibe, catch the temple vibe, catch the check what my plants are doing, my garden, come visit my friends. But living here, I just feel like I don't belong. You know, I met this random 7-year-old lady at a store, and we got to talk a lot. And she was such a good vibe. And I was telling her about my life. We were just like sharing stories. And I was saying, maybe in this time in my life, it the vibe that I'm trying to get is not from people, but it's from a place. Like the belonging I'm trying to get that I once felt around certain people that were my best friends is now a place. I don't know how to put it into words, but I think that's a beautiful feeling to have. It just wasn't nurtured in the right area because I kept thinking I need to find a similar connection with people. But when I think about it, I would like yap to some stranger, or I can yap with somebody who's like very close with me, and then I'm good for a couple months. Like, good for a couple months. So I don't know. I think I can nurture friendships too, but knowing the type of connection I had at one point, that's like a amazing friendship. Um, I don't know. I think maybe I'm good. Maybe I'm good, and it really is a place where I feel like I would have that connection with a place, that belonging in a place. Because I grew up in Texas my whole life basically. Half well, three fourth, yeah, 3/4 of my life, or 2/4. Two. I'm not good at math, guys. I'm really not. Sorry, but yeah, like, cause then I'm speaking French. Yeah, I've been in Dallas for a good amount growing up. Okay, and there's a lot to love about Dallas, but the belonging that I have felt while we lived in New York felt way different. And in other states that I've traveled to, I realized once I really got to travel that, bruh, like, Dallas is not my thing. And even when we came back, because like I said, we didn't have like the most built like good foundation with the businesses we were trying to do back then, that just didn't really work that well, so we had to come back. But I feel like that's God's work, like to actually set something that's going to grow like an amazing plant, like kind of like how I planted some stuff in my garden and it died, but then I tried again, because I know now from past experience, okay, if I put it in a different location, if I do it correctly, if I plant the seed correctly, it's gonna grow properly, it's gonna grow well if I maintain it, right? So that's kind of how I feel. So what I had to come to terms with is that we're not going to be able to move right now. And I feel like maybe that's because I have to build, like, me and my husband have to build that foundation first. Like I said, like, I'm also going to school soon. So yeah, but you know, like, I belong to the beach. I belong where there's just freedom, where people don't look at you crazy. Because there's a couple places in Dallas where people don't look at you crazy, but for the most part, I'm talking about like the whole area. You come outside with a whole different outfit on, and people don't look at you crazy because it's just like, oh, it's, you know, that's just whatever, you know. They don't look at you crazy. They don't look at you like she's out of place. That's how I feel like I've been looked at, and not to a full extent, but like for the most part in almost everything I do, you know. But yeah, I was thinking about that, and one of the things that came to my mind was be patient and be responsible. So that's why I thought, you know, I'm thinking a lot about all the stuff that I'm complaining about because I want to move, and I want to move fast, but I have to really take in what I have learned, what I have reflected over, and do things better now to grow, to have that financial stability too, a better financial stability than just moving on a whim. I mean, a lot of people, you know, like, don't waste your life and stuff like that. I mean, you sometimes do have to, you know, use your brain a little bit. I think there's circumstances where, yeah, like, totally, bro, like, yeah, like, if you straight up just moving out of your parents' house, I say, like, you know what, yeah, if you got the bands, go, bro, go. Yes. But for me personally, the first time that we were able to move on a whim, and then we didn't have anything lined up, and there's like both of us and our pet, it's a little bit different, just a little bit. Like, in that sense, yeah, like, it's a little bit different, bro. And there's circumstances where I feel like God opens that door for you to do stuff on a whim, because he knows that you already have the foundation to be okay. Like, you can move on a whim because you have a good degree and you can get a really high paying job to just work like well at, and you like that job, you know. Or you have the creative skills and like amazing marketing skills, so God knows you don't even need the job at all, and you can literally just freely exist and pack your stuff and leave. And if that was the case for us, then it wouldn't matter, like, oh, it's two of us and whatever. But that wasn't the circumstance. I only had an associate's in science, bro, and I quickly realized that wasn't gonna do me like any good. Like, nobody cares what degree even is that, bro. So that was that for us. And so it's like we kind of have a similar situation where, to some extent, we could low-key pack and leave, but then it would be it. Like, we wouldn't have really any funds after that. Like, once the funds run out, and I have no education, we don't have anything to stand on besides trying to sell my stuff. And I barely just passed with a marketing degree, and then I realized that I don't really like marketing that much. I think I like doing it when it's for somebody else that's trying to get their creativity in or something like that, you know. Maybe for myself too, a little bit, but I'm trying to learn how to do it for myself, because I feel like when I'm doing it for other people, it's the easiest. I'm just like, yep, this, and now we're gonna do that. But when it's for me, I'm a little confused. But like I said, my creativity, like, I trust God with that's gonna do really well, to get out there and be able to sell the stuff that God gifted me to make. But yeah, but like, in a corporate setting, it also traumatized me that you can be let go at any moment. They don't really care about you, And to that degree, I don't think that's completely something that I see myself doing, sitting in front of the computer screen. I think last year when I was finishing up that certification in digital marketing, I was thinking a little bit differently. So then once I reflected over that, I was like, nah, bruh, that's not what I want to do. So that's just where I'm at, you know? But I'm okay with that because I feel like here's the thing. So I've had these earrings for a very, very long time, and I didn't know what outfit they would go with, but I bought them, and it's just one piece that, complete, like, it would complete the outfit, but it doesn't have all the pieces together yet. And then I got this bracelet. Sorry, I'm getting literally bit by mosquitoes, but I got this bracelet that my husband got me, and they're the same color. And then I got this dress, and now the outfit feels completed. And that's how I feel. You get little things that God gives you, and little by little you appreciate it. Because if you were to get everything at once, you wouldn't learn anything. You wouldn't be grateful for that stuff. So little by little, I can also appreciate still being in Dallas because I'm tending to a garden. I'm still finding cool spots in Dallas to have fun at. Even though for the most part I have covered a lot of ground on Dallas, um, in Dallas, but there's still stuff to learn. Me and my husband recently discovered that you can book like a pool day pass, um, for like a lot of different hotels in Dallas that you can just go to their pool. And that's something that I didn't know. So it's not bad. It's not bad if you're trying to like be budget friendly and stuff like that. Like what me and my husband are trying to do since we're trying to build everything. And something else that I thought about was once we do move, we are probably going to miss some parts of Dallas, Like, oh, that's not something that they have in this other location. I miss Dallas, but we can always come back and visit. I just feel it somewhere deep down that Dallas is just not my location. Where I want to wake up every day and go on walks um and be and yeah, spend my time. you know just come to visit for sure, because Dallas has great things to do and locations to be at too, but you get what I mean. Anyways, guys, that's where I'm at right now, and I just hope that you guys stay positive, and to some degree this video made you think and reflect, and maybe you're also building. And I just pray that you guys have that trust in God more than your job or anything else. Okay? You be good, okay? You be good. Okay, bye.